My child, listen closely, for I speak not in riddles, but in truth. It is time to be honest with you. I have watched you. I have seen your heart, and I have heard the cries you whisper in secret. I know the battles that rage inside you, the masks you wear before others, and even the lies you sometimes tell yourself. And now, it is time for me to speak plainly, for the days are growing short, and my truth is more necessary than ever. I am the Lord your God, and I am not a God of confusion but of clarity. I do not hide the truth from my children. Instead, I shine my light so that the hidden things may be revealed. And today, I want to speak directly to your heart, not to condemn you, but to set you free. For it is written, you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. John 8:32. My child, too many live in shadows. Too many wear a smile on their faces while carrying sorrow in their souls. Too many say they trust me while their hearts wander toward the world. Too many speak of love but harbor bitterness within. But I tell you today, it is time to be honest. Honest with yourself, honest with others, and honest with me, your Creator. Do not be afraid of the truth, for the truth is not your enemy. Deception is. Lies bring chains, but truth breaks them. You may think that hiding parts of your heart from me protects you, but I already see all things. Nothing in all creation is hidden from my sight. Everything is uncovered and laid bare before the eyes of him to whom you must give account. Hebrews 4:13. I see the things you do not want to face. I see the fears, the regrets, the sins, and the wounds. And still, I love you. It is time to stop running. It is time to stop pretending. It is time to stand before me and allow my light to touch every part of your life. Yes, even the parts you are ashamed of. Yes, even the parts you hide from others. For my child, I did not call you to live half in the light and half in the darkness. I called you to walk fully in the light, where freedom and peace dwell. You say in your heart, but Lord, the truth is painful. The truth will expose me. The truth will make me weak. Yet I tell you this, it is only when you embrace the truth that you will find strength. My grace is sufficient for you, and my power is made perfect in weakness. 2 Corinthians 12:9. Do not fear exposure, for in my presence, exposure leads to healing, not shame. I know the struggles you face, and I am not angry with you for them. I am not surprised by your weakness, nor am I shocked by your sin. I already carried it on the cross. I already made provision for your failure. But what I require is honesty. I do not desire sacrifices of empty words or rituals without heart. I desire a broken and contrite spirit. Psalm 51:17. I desire truth in your inward being. My beloved, do not deceive yourself any longer. You cannot serve two masters. You cannot walk in light and darkness at the same time. You cannot proclaim my name while hiding idols in your heart. The time is short, and the days are urgent. Therefore, I call you now, cast aside the lies, confess the hidden sins, and come into the light of my presence. Hear me well. I am not calling you to honesty so that you may feel shame, but so that you may find freedom. Honesty is the doorway to deliverance. Honesty opens the gate for my healing to flow. Honesty tears down the walls that keep you distant from me. When you confess the truth to me, you will discover that I am merciful and gracious, slow to anger, and abounding in steadfast love. Psalm 103:8. When you bring me your failures, I will not cast you aside. When you reveal your wounds, I will bind them up. When you admit your fears, I will strengthen you. Yes, my child, it is time to be honest with yourself. For how long will you keep pretending you are stronger than you are? How long will you carry the weight of burdens I never asked you to bear? How long will you hide behind pride when humility is a path to my blessing? Humble yourself under my mighty hand, and in due time I will lift you up. 1 Peter 5:6. And it is time to be honest with others. Do not hide behind masks. Do not pretend before people, for pretense leads only to isolation. Be sincere, for sincerity builds true fellowship. Bear one another's burdens, and so fulfill the law of Christ. Galatians 6:2. You were not created to live in falsehood or pretense. You were created for authentic love, and love requires honesty. Above all, my child, be honest with me. For what can be hidden from the one who created you? Do not fear my judgment, for in Christ the judgment has been satisfied. Do not fear my rejection, for I will never leave you nor forsake you. Come boldly to my throne of grace, not with rehearsed speeches, but with raw honesty. Tell me when you are hurting. Tell me when you are weak. Tell me when you feel lost. I am your Father, and I desire truth in your heart more than perfect words on your lips. So today, I say again, it's time to be honest with you. Honest about where you stand. Honest about who you are. Honest about what you need. Do not delay, for the truth you embrace today will set you free tomorrow. The truth you surrender to now will protect you in the days ahead. My child, will you walk with me in truth? Will you let go of the masks and come before me as you are? I am ready to heal, to forgive, and to restore. But it begins with honesty. My beloved child, I speak to you again because I desire that you walk in the fullness of my truth. It is time to be honest with you about why honesty is so precious to me. I am a God of truth. Every word I speak is truth, for it is written, God is not a man that he should lie. Numbers 23:19. Lies have no place in me, for I am light, and in me there is no darkness at all. 1 John 1:5. When I created you, I made you in my image. That means you were designed to reflect my truth, to walk in my light, and to live in sincerity of heart. Dishonesty was never part of my design for you. Deception entered the world to the serpent, the father of lies, and through lies, sin and death spread to all humanity. The enemy still whispers lies to this day, for he comes only to steal, kill, and destroy. But I, your Lord, came that you may have life and have it abundantly. John 10:10. Do you see, my child? Dishonesty is not simply about telling false words. It is about walking in the nature of the enemy instead of the nature of your Father. When you deceive, when you hide, when you pretend, you are walking outside of my design, and this weakens your soul, separates you from peace, and builds walls between you and others. Let me be honest with you. Dishonesty destroys more than you realize. It destroys trust. Relationships, whether with me or with others, are built on trust. Trust is the foundation that allows love to grow. But when dishonesty takes root, trust crumbles. Without trust, love cannot flourish, for love rejoices in truth, not in lies. 1 Corinthians 13:6. It destroys intimacy. My child, you long to be known and loved. This is the cry of every heart. But dishonesty builds walls around your soul, walls that keep others from truly knowing you. You may think you are protecting yourselves by hiding, but in reality, you are keeping yourself from the very love and fellowship you were created for. It destroys peace. Lies demand energy to maintain. Every hidden truth requires another cover, another mask, another excuse. And soon, the weight of dishonesty becomes you heavy for your soul. But when you walk in honesty, peace floods your heart, for there is nothing hidden, nothing to fear, nothing to maintain but truth. My child, dishonesty even destroys your relationship with me. Not because I cannot forgive or because I do not love, but because dishonesty keeps you from fully surrendering to me. When you hide parts of your heart, you are closing the door to my healing touch. When you pretend before me, you are keeping yourself from receiving my grace. Remember what my word says. If we claim to be without sin, we deceive ourselves and the truth is not in us. But if we confess our sins, I am faithful and just to forgive us and to cleanse us from all unrighteousness. 1 John 1:8-9. I desire honesty because honesty is the pathway to freedom. You were not created to live in chains. You were not created to live with secrets that poison your soul. You were created to live in the light of my truth, free from fear, shame, and guilt. Listen closely. The enemy will always tempt you to hide. He will whisper, if people knew the truth, they would reject you. If God saw the real you, he would turn away. But those are lies. For I already see all, and still I choose you. I know your weaknesses, and still I love you. I know the darkest corners of your heart, and still I sent my Son to die for you. My love is not based on the masks you wear, but on who I am, and I am love. When you walk in honesty, you are choosing to walk in alignment with me. You are saying, Father, I trust you enough to bring you my truth, even when it's ugly, even when it hurts. And when you do, you will find that my arms are open wide. For I do not despise honesty. I delight in it. My child, honesty also protects you. When you tell the truth, you are walking in the armor of light. Lies create loopholes for the enemy to enter. But when you live in truth, the enemy loses his grip. For Satan thrives in darkness, but he has no power in the light. This is why my word commands you. Therefore, put off falsehood and speak truthfully to your neighbor, for we are all members of one body. Ephesians 4:25. Do not be deceived. Honesty is not weakness. Honesty is strength. The world teaches you to hide, to manipulate, to exaggerate, to pretend. But I call you to something higher: sincerity, integrity, and truthfulness. For the fruit of my Spirit includes goodness and faithfulness, and these cannot grow in soil of dishonesty. Child, hear me. The time is short. You cannot afford to waste your days living behind walls of pretense. Every moment you spend hiding is a moment stolen from the life of freedom I prepared for you. Every lie you tell yourself keeps you bound in fear. But every truth you confess brings you one step closer to my freedom. It is time to be honest with yourself. Admit where you are weak, so I can make you strong. Admit where you have failed, so I can forgive you. Admit where you are broken, so I can heal you. Do not pretend, for pretense delays my restoration. It is time to be honest with others. Speak truth, even when it costs you. Lie with integrity, even when no one sees. For your life is a testimony, and your honesty will be a light in a world drowning in deception. And it is time to be honest with me. Bring me your doubts, your anger, your questions. I am not afraid of your honesty. I already know, and I already understand. What I desire is your openness, for openness allows my spirit to fill the empty spaces. So today, my beloved child, remember, dishonesty leads to destruction, but honesty leads to life. Lies lead to bondage, but truth sets you free. I am calling you to honesty not because I wish to shame you, but because I long to see you walk in the fullness of the freedom my Son purchased for you. Will you take this step today? Will you allow honesty to cleanse your soul and bring you into my light? For I am the Lord your God, and I speak plainly. It's time to be honest with you, my beloved. Many times the hardest person to be honest with is yourself. You convince yourself that you are fine, when inside you are broken. You tell yourself you are strong, when your strength is fading. You tell yourself you have no fear, when anxiety consumes your thoughts at night. Why do you deceive yourself, my child? Do you not know that I see your heart more clearly than you do? Do you not realize that honesty with yourself is the first step to healing? When you ignore your wounds, they only grow deeper. When you deny your weakness, pride blinds you. When you bury your pain, it poisons your soul. But when you face the truth about yourself, I can meet you there. When you say, Lord, I am weak, I will say, then I will be your strength. When you admit, Lord, I am broken, I will say, then I will be your healer. When you confess, Lord, I am lost, I will say, then I will guide you home. Self-deception is a prison, but honesty with yourself is a key that opens the door. This is why I call you to examine your heart daily, to test your ways, to bring your true condition before me. Do not look away from what is real. For when you face the truth about yourself, you are opening the way for my Spirit to transform you, my child. You are not created to walk this journey alone. I formed you for fellowship, for community, for love that is sincere and pure. But dishonesty destroys fellowship. When you hide your struggles, when you pretend to be perfect, when you refuse to speak truth in love, you rob others of the chance to carry your burdens and to walk with you. Do not be afraid to be vulnerable before others. Vulnerability is not weakness. It is courage. It is written, confess your sins to one another and pray for one another, that you may be healed. James 5:16. Healing flows through honesty, not secrecy. Restoration comes through openness, not hiding. Yes, there will be times when honesty costs you. Some may not understand. Some may judge. But do not let the fear of man keep you from the freedom of truth. For I am your defender, and I honor those who walk in integrity. Better to lose the approval of people and gain the approval of your Father than to hide behind lies and lose your soul. Speak the truth in love, my child. Do not use honesty as a weapon, but as a bridge. Be gentle, be humble, but be real. Let your yes be yes, and your no be no. Matthew 5:37. Let your words reflect the sincerity of your heart. For a false smile is emptiness, but a true word spoken in love is life. Remember this. When you are honest with others, you are giving them permission to be honest too. Your courage opens the door for their freedom. Your vulnerability becomes a light in their darkness. Do not underestimate the power of honest fellowship, above all. My child, be honest with me, your God. Do not think you can shock me with your words. Do not think you can overwhelm me with your emotions. I formed your heart. I understand your thoughts, and I know the depths of your soul. What I desire from you is not perfection, but truth. I already know when you are angry. I already know when you doubt. I already know when you feel abandoned, when you feel afraid, when you feel unworthy. Do not hide these things from me. Bring them into my presence. Pour out your heart before me, for I am your refuge. Psalm 62:8. When my servant David was honest with me, he found strength. He cried out, "How long, Lord, will you forget me forever?" Yet in the same psalm, he said, "But I trust in your unfailing love." Psalm 13:1-5. His honesty did not drive me away. It drew me closer. For I delight in a heart that is real with me. Do not pray with empty words or rehearsed speeches. Speak to me as you are. When you are weary, say so. When you are joyful, rejoice. When you are doubtful, confess it. When you are broken, cry to me. I am your Father, and I desire truth more than eloquence. My child, honesty with me unlocks my presence in your life. When you open your heart fully, you create space for my spirit to move freely. When you stop pretending, you begin to experience my reality. For I am near to the broken-hearted and save those who are crushed in spirit. Psalm 34:18. So I say again, it's time to be honest with you. Stop hiding from yourself. Stop pretending before others. Stop withholding from me. For the more you hide, the more you hurt. But the more you are honest, the more you heal. Remember, I already know the truth. Honesty is not for my sake, it is for yours. Honesty aligns your heart with reality and positions you to receive my grace. My child, will you drop the masks? Will you step into the light? Will you trust me enough to bring me the truth of your heart? For I am here, waiting, with open arms, ready to cover you in love. My child, I have spoken to you about the importance of honesty, and now I must be honest with you about the consequences of dishonesty. For every choice bears fruit. Every seed you sow will one day grow, whether into blessing or into destruction. And when you choose dishonesty, the fruit it bears is bitter, not sweet. Do not be deceived. Dishonesty may seem small in the moment, but its effects ripple through your life in ways you cannot imagine. One hidden lie can grow into a tangled web. One secret sin can spread like a disease. One mask you wear can eventually suffocate the real you thought above all else. Dishonesty creates distance between us. Not because I turn away from you, but because dishonesty hardens your heart. When you hide your sin, when you pretend before me, when you choose not to bring your truth into my light, you create a wall in your own heart that blocks you from experiencing my presence. Do you remember Adam and Eve? When they sinned, they tried to hide from me. But their hiding did not change my love. It did not erase my knowledge of what they had done. The only thing it did was create fear and separation in their hearts. Dishonesty does the same to you. It blinds you to my love, and it makes you afraid to come near me. But I long for closeness with you, child. I long for intimacy, for communion, for fellowship. And intimacy cannot grow where dishonesty lives. For intimacy requires openness. Love requires truth. If you want to walk in my presence, you must walk in truth. Dishonesty does not set you free. It binds you. Lies may feel like protection at first. They may feel like a way to cover your shame or escape the judgment of others. But lies always demand more lies. Secrets always require more hiding. And soon, what began as one act of dishonesty becomes a prison of your own making. My child, I did not create you to live in chains. I sent my Son to set you free. But dishonesty gives the enemy a foothold in your life. The devil is the father of lies, and every lie draws you deeper into his snare. The more you lie, the more you empower his influence over you. You say, "It is only a small lie, Lord. It does not matter." But listen closely. No lie is harmless. Every lie pulls you one step further from truth, and every step away from truth is a step away from freedom. My beloved, relationships are built on trust. Without trust, there can be no true love, no true fellowship, no true connection. Dishonesty erodes trust, sometimes slowly, sometimes suddenly, but always inevitably. When you deceive others, you may think you are protecting yourself or sparing them, but dishonesty always leaves scars. It breaks bonds. It creates suspicion. It makes hearts grow cold. And in the end, dishonesty isolates you. For I created you to walk in love, and love cannot thrive in lies. Love rejoices in truth, not in deceit. The friendships and families that endure, the marriages that last, the communities that thrive, they are built on honesty, even when honesty is difficult. Dishonesty will always weaken the foundation until the house collapses. My child, do not forget that you are my ambassador in this world. You carry my name. When you live in dishonesty, you dishonor my name and weaken your witness. The world is watching, and though it is broken, it longs for truth. When you walk in lies, you are no different from the world. But when you walk in truth, your life shines like a light in the darkness. Do not underestimate the power of your honesty. When others see your integrity, when they hear your sincerity, when they recognize that you are real, they will see me reflected in you. But dishonesty hides my light. It tells the world that you serve me with your lips, but not with your life. My beloved, one of the greatest causes of dishonesty is a loss of peace. A dishonest life is a restless life. You are always watching over your shoulder, always rehearsing your words, always afraid of being found out. And that fear will lead away at your joy. But peace comes from truth. Peace comes when you can stand before me and before others with nothing to hide. Peace comes when your heart is clean, when your conscience is clear, when your words and actions align with what is real. That is why I call you to honesty, because I want you to live in peace, not in torment. Listen carefully. My child, dishonesty does not only affect your present, it affects your future. I have plans for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29:11. But dishonesty delays those plans. When you live in dishonesty, you close the doors I desire to open for you. I cannot bless what is built on lies. I cannot advance what is rooted in deception. For I am a God of truth, and I bless truth. There are blessings I long to release over your life, but they require honesty. There are doors I desire to open, but they require integrity. There are callings I wish to fulfill, but they require purity of heart. Dishonesty delays destiny, but honesty accelerates it. So I say again, it's time to be honest with you. Dishonesty will cost you more than you want to pay. It will take you further than you want to go. It will keep you longer than you want to stay. But truth will set you free. Truth will restore what was broken. Truth will bring you peace, fellowship, and destiny. Child, I am not telling you these things to condemn you, but to awaken you. I do not speak these words to shame you, but to warn you. For I am your Father, and I correct those I love. If I did not love you, I would let you remain in lies. But because I love you, I call you into truth. Today, choose honesty, choose truth, choose freedom. For I am with you, and I will help you. If you confess your sins, I am faithful and just to forgive you and to cleanse you from all unrighteousness. 1 John 1:9. Do not delay. My child, today is the day of freedom.